Morning, everybody. This is Caleb Maupin, the ideological leader of the Center for Political Innovation. Glad to be here with all of you for a lovely morning message. I want to just thank everyone who has made morning messages so far. This is a great way to start the day with revolutionary hope and optimism. And I want to encourage more people to step up to the plate and make messages. If you've already made one, that's fine. This is my third message, and I'm still doing it. Other people have done quite a few, and I thank all of you. Every morning message makes a huge difference. So please, if you feel inspired, please send me a message so we can make sure to have one every single day. My goal is to get to 100 days of morning messages. But for my morning message, I just wanted to tell you a story, a true story, that I find to be very inspiring. Many people may not be aware of the fact that back in the early 1930s, there was a very wealthy doctor in Canada. And one day he was on his way to work and he saw a group of protesters protesting for the rights of the unemployed. And they were protesting, demanding jobs and education and health care as the country was gripped by the Great Depression. And he saw the police just brutalizing these protesters. And so he went to offer them medical aid. And then the police ended up arresting him as well. And when he got into the jail, and he was in the jail with the protesters, he learned that they were members of the Communist Party of Canada. And so he joined the Communist Party of Canada based on the conversations he had with them about socialism and how socialism would be better. And then he became a very prominent doctor and an advocate of socialism. He visited the Soviet Union and saw what they had. And he eventually went to Spain to stand with the Spanish people against Franco. And he went to China to work as a medical volunteer, to work with the Chinese people as they fought against the Japanese invaders. And eventually he cut himself and he got infected and he died of an infection. And Mao Zedong, the leader of the Chinese Communist Party, spoke at his funeral. And the doctor's name was Dr. Norman Bethune. And Dr. Norman Bethune is a national hero in China. This Canadian doctor who joined the Communist Party and heard the call first of the Spanish people and then of the Chinese people in their struggle against fascism, and ended up going to the other side of the planet, all the way to China, to stand with the Chinese people and eventually die on the other side of the world in an anti-fascist struggle. Dr. Norman Bethune was a great person, a great hero of the working class. And his joining the Communist Party of Canada, eventually finding his way to Spain and then to China, that happened completely as a matter of coincidence. On a random day, a random group of communists were protesting and a random doctor was walking by them. But yet, his life was changed and history was changed by that moment. And I want to remind you of that important story because you never know who you could be talking to. And you never know how big of an impact what you do today could have down the road. The mere act of handing someone a leaflet or doing some outreach, making a tweet, posting a comment, telling one of your old friends from school how you really feel about something, down the road that could lead to amazing things. It's very hard to estimate the real impact of our actions as political organizers and activists. But there's nothing more important than engaging with people, than talking to people about our revolutionary politics, than spreading the message that we have to offer. And this is something we all need to learn to do because you may not see an immediate result. But sometimes the words that you say today may not get an immediate reaction, but they'll burn in someone's mind for years to come, for years down the road, as their life experiences confirm everything that you said. And finally, years later, they'll come back to you and they'll say, you were right all along, and they'll change and they'll get involved in the struggle. So you can't underestimate the importance of doing outreach, the importance of engaging people. And you never know how history could have been completely different if Dr. Norman Bethune had not gone by that demonstration. If that demonstration had been on one street rather than another one, history would have been completely different. You never know who you're talking to. You never know what circumstances the people you'll be talking to might be in years from now, the choices that they'll be making, what life will have taught them along the way. Your words are very important, so please use your words to spread the truth in this world of lies. We need a government of action to fight for working families, out of the movement to the masses. No one's going to do it for us. We have to spread the message. So these are my words of inspiration. I hope they'll help you get through this lovely day. And please send more morning messages, because I want to make sure we don't go for a whole day without one for at least 100 days. So this is morning message number 28, I believe. And hopefully there's many, many more behind it. We've got to support each other. Start your day with revolutionary hope and optimism. Thank you very much.